Hi there, my name's Vince from mymatevince.com, and in this video today I'm going to be attempting to connect up two screen protectors to the Nintendo Switch. Now I've never done this before. I have put a screen protector on a little GPD win that I've got, and that was nice and straightforward. Never done it on the Switch before, so I don't know if the results are going to be good or bad. The ones that I got here are from Amazon. They were $8.99. The reason I got this one is because they're glass and they're nice and slim as well, so it's only 0.24 millimeters thick, and also it's tempered glass, so hopefully it will feel nice and look nice when it's on there. Now, why do you even have to put a protector on it? Unfortunately, the Switch's screens are plastic, so they scratch really easily. Now, the good thing about plastic is if you drop them, they're less likely to crack the screen. So as you know, any of you out there with decent phones, a lot of iPhones that you see and stuff, people have smashed screens because you do drop things by accident, obviously, and then you get cracks all across the screen and stuff. So plastic's good because it's less likely to crack the screen, but it's bad because it scratches really easily. Now, I've never really had a problem with scratching screens, but I took this away on holiday, this top switch here, and basically when I took it over there, I wrapped it up nice and carefully in a towel, and it was fine. But then I took it out a few times, put it in my wife's handbag, and I don't know whether it was rubbing against keys or coins or whatever it was rubbing against, but basically I've got a load of issues with it now. I've got scratches on the right hand side here. I've got also marks down in this corner here. And also I've got a big issue up here, which I think I had sun cream on my thumb or something like that, because it was in a hot country, and I think it's kind of etched into it ever so slightly. So basically, this one now, I'm going to put the screen protector on this one first, because then if I muck it up, it's this one here that I really want to protect, because this is a nice, clean, fresh screen. So definitely get yourself some screen protectors when you get your Switch. If you already have your Switch and you haven't scratched it yet, for the sake of spending £9, I think peace of mind, it's good to get it. If you're just using it in the house, you're probably going to be unlikely to scratch it. But as soon as you start putting this in your coat or your pocket, it will scratch. Now, hopefully, maybe in the future, Nintendo might start shipping their Switches with a screen protector, because they don't cost a lot of money. And then buyers can put the screen protector on as soon as they get the Switch. Right, okay, so let's see what's in the box. This was on Amazon Prime, so it was, I don't know whether it was next day or same day delivery. You can get them cheaper, but I wanted to get the ones that were glass, so that's why I paid a little bit more for the protector. And this one just happened to come with two in the pack. Right, so pull that out. Okay, so these are the two screen protectors here. I'll take those out in a minute, and I can feel that they do feel like glass, they don't feel like plastic. And in here we have alcohol screen wipe, a couple of dust stickers to tap on it afterwards if there's any dust remaining. We've got a cloth here, and we've also got a little bit of plastic to get out any air bubbles. And basically it says here, installation guide. So use the alcohol cleaning swab and microfiber cloth to clean the surface of your device screen prior to installing the screen protector. Pull back and remove the layer labeled tab 1. Carefully position the screen protector onto your screen. Align the surface protector to any camera cutouts, buttons or other features on the surface of your device. Press down gently at the center of the protector. The adhesive surface will spread over the device screen smoothly. If there are any visible air bubbles under the screen protector, use the applicator card to gently press them out to the edges of the screen protector. Small bubbles will disappear within 1 to 2 days. If you wish to remove the tempered glass screen protector, use the plastic applicator card to safely remove the screen protector. So the good thing about these is, if I was then to drop it and crack the screen protector, then as far as I know, when you take them off, it doesn't leave any mess on your Switch, so it'd be good to put another one on afterwards. Right, I'm going to start with this one here, because this one can be my practice one, because this is pretty scratched up already. Now, I've only got the one wipe here, so I'm going to have to do both switches at the same time when it comes to the cleaning. Right, I suppose with this it would be best just to turn it off, because every time I press it, it's going to be touching buttons, so I'm just going to turn them off. There you go, you can really see how scratched up this screen is now. Really badly scratched. Right, so we're going to put the alcohol wipe on. While that's drying, you can have a little read about some of the features of this one here. You can just pause it and read it yourself. So it looks like it's safety glass because it says if shattered the screen protector breaks into small pieces. I'm going to go over it with the microfiber cloth now before it's completely dry. Right, it's come up real nice. So if you have a look at this bottom one now, you can see that that looks perfect. Looks like I've got something here. Right, so what I'm going to do is now use these little dust stickers just to remove that little thing there. I'm going to just spat on it, hold on. There we go. Right, there's a little bit of dust here, that little white bit of dust. So I'm just going to use this to take that off. Right, so that's looking pretty good. Really has brought it up clean. Right, so that's that one. This screen's a mess anyway. But I can't see any additional dust or anything on that one. But if there was, you would just use the dust sticker just to tap it down and just pick up the dust. Right, so let's start with this screen here. This can be our guinea pig. So what we'll do is now we'll take this one out. And there we go. It will. It says here, please peel off this mask before application. So it's this one here that's going to be going that side down because obviously this is the sticky side. So we need to take it off, and if you have a look, make sure it's the right way up. So we've got these little cutouts here. You can see the cutouts at the bottom, and also this bit here for the light sensor. So the two cutouts are for the speaker, and that little bit's for the light sensor. So we know where we need to line it up. We need to line it up against the speakers down there. Now before I stick it, I am just going to rest it on it just to see what it looks like, to see how close to the edges it's going to be. So it looks like it's pretty much spot on. So if I line it up with the edges, yeah, that looks perfect. It looks like there's hardly any gap around the edge at all, so it really is the exact size of the screen. Now I'm going to take that off. It doesn't matter if I get fingerprints on the actual screen protector itself, but I'm just going to rub this one more time just to make sure. Right, okay, so here we go. I'm going to take off the film. That's off now. Now I want to make sure I don't get any fingerprints on the back. I'm going to line it up with the speakers at the bottom. And gently put it down. Oh, you can see it's spreading across like that, look. It's kind of just doing it itself. Looks like I'm going to end up with an air bubble here. Right, so now we get our little applicator, a little plastic applicator here, and I just want to work that air bubble out. So I'm going to go from the middle and work it out. So you can see there, you can see the big air bubble. So I just want to work this down towards the bottom if it will go. It is moving very slowly down. I'll probably fast forward this bit. I thought the whole bubble would just kind of work its way to the bottom, but it just seems to be getting smaller and smaller as I push it down. There we go. I mean, it really highlights the scratches that I've got on my switch. It highlights them a lot more than they were there before. This isn't actually an air bubble. This is the issue I've got, where I think I must have had a lump of sun cream on my thumb, and I think it etched somehow into the glass. So okay, well, I'm pretty happy with that. So let's get straight onto this one. and do the same now. I'm hoping on the proper one here, this is the one that I'm actually concerned with, I want this one to be good. I'm hoping it will come out just as well. Right, I've got a bit of a mark just in the middle there, I just want to get rid of that. Remember, the screen has to be perfect when you put this on, because once this is on, you can't then clean underneath it. Again, we're going to get our screen protector out. We're going to peel off the back and we're going to line it up. And again, that's quite satisfying the way that's moving across. Look at that. That one was perfect, apart from that little air bubble there that would just pop out when I just move the applicator across it. There you go, you can see why that one didn't work perfectly. If you have a look there, you see there's just a tiny dot of dust. Now, let me see if I can actually lift this one up. Just going to try to get it under the corner. Now, I think with anything like this, it's best just to try and get it right first time, because I really don't want to take this off again in case the adhesive doesn't stick next time round. But I just want to lift up this tiny bit in the corner because that bit of dust is so close to the edge. There we go. Right, so I'm under there now. So I just want to try and get that bit of dirt out. I can see it moving down. There you go, got it. And you can see now it's not wanting to stick again. In the corner where I've lifted it up, it's lost the stickiness. And also I've cracked the glass. So if you have a look there closely, can you see where I've lifted it up again? I've now shattered that bit of glass. So this one hasn't really gone as well as I hoped. I wish now I'd just left a bit of dirt on. Just trying to sort of take that bit of glass out so it can lie flat. Right, so it's one of those things you definitely have to get right first time. And judging by what I've just done here now, I think it's, if you do have a tiny little bit of grit or dirt or dust, leave it. Because now I wish I had that tiny little bit of dust rather than this whole big line here. I mean, it's not on the screen, but that's going to annoy me. Which is a shame, because apart from that, it went on perfectly. I did forget to mention that it's completely responsive, so it's the same as not having anything on there at all. Yeah, if I'm honest with you, I'm not happy with either of them, because that's all my eye can see when I look at this one. And on this one, before I couldn't notice that, and now I can notice it. So, you know, the moral of the story is definitely put your screen protectors on as soon as you get your switch. Because if that was like that, then that would look absolutely perfect. And then when you damage this, you rip it off and just put a new one on. Okay, so what I've done is I couldn't live with this imperfection in the corner here. It was doing my head in. Every time I looked at the switch, that's all I could see. I know that's a bit OCD, but it was really standing out. So what I've done is I've taken the screen protector off this top one, because this one, although it went on perfectly, didn't look great because of this imperfection up here. And actually this one looks better without the screen protector because it's already damaged. So I took the screen protector off that one and I managed to get it onto this one. Now, it's basically come out nearly perfect. You can see a few little bits of dust because obviously when I took it off, What then happens is any there you go, you can see a few bits here. Any bit of dust particles will stick to the adhesive on the other side, but that there looks a lot better than it did before. And basically you can reapply them, but if you don't use a tool it's much easier. So what I did is I just got my nail and I gently put it under this bit here and just levered it up. The reason I damaged it before is because when I kept whacking down in the corner using the little bit that they give you, I actually ended up slightly damaging, ignore this now, it's completely damaged, but what I did is I slightly damaged the corner, and all that was happening is it was bent down just a fraction of a millimetre, just an absolutely tiny bit. It was just bent down, but that's what was stopping it from sealing, because all this happens is when it goes on, it just basically makes a nice seal against the screen, and if there's any bit that's sticking up on this, then it's not going to seal against the screen, and that's what was making this horrible bit in the corner. So I've peeled it off, put it on there now, and I'm completely happy with that, and it is it's stuck down nice. Now if you have a tiny bit of dust, you need to remember as soon as you start using this, you're going to get it covered in fingerprints anyway. I mean, the switch screen is only ever clean when you clean it. As soon as you start using it to do anything, you have a look at it and it's covered in fingerprints and dust anyway, so they're very hard to keep clean because of static and all the rest of it. But these screen protectors do actually work really well. It fits in the dock perfectly. On the reviews I've read, there doesn't seem to be an issue with when the switch heats up. It doesn't seem to melt off. One or two people said they started to have issues on the side there, but it's got over, I think, 350 positive reviews and only a handful of bad reviews. So they do seem to be good screen protectors. So that's what I've done there. Now, basically, because it is glass, what happens is it shatters when you try and break it. So what I try to do is I try to just cut the very corner of the bit off, you know, the bit that was slightly raised, and as you can see it shatters, but it is very strong. So what I'm going to do now is just do a little test on it just to see how strong it is. So I'm going to move my Nintendo switches out of the way, and let's just see now how strong this screen protector is. Let's just bring this camera down a little bit closer. There you go, you see that take quite a lot of hitting before it actually smashed. And also it's still in one piece. So there you go, you can see that I've slightly dented the table mat. And that's it there now. So it's still in one piece, and it's not... I'll tell you what it feels like. It feels exactly the same as when somebody smashes their iPhone or, you know, mobile cell phone, and you can pick bits of glass out, but yet it doesn't cut your finger. So even if you were to drop it now, you can see there, they are going to be relatively safe. I don't think you're going to have any issue with your children or anybody using it cutting themselves on that. I appreciate my hands are going to be a little bit harder than a young child's hands, but still. Yeah, that looks fine. And as you can see, it's nice and strong as well. Yeah, so it takes quite a bit of hitting. You can see I've gone through there. Takes quite a bit of hitting to actually damage them. So yeah, I'm happy with them, and I would recommend them. I would just take a lot of care when putting them on and really make sure that there's not one little bit of dust left anywhere near the Nintendo Switch when you're doing it. Now, if you do have problems doing it, there is another technique you can do, which I've seen online, and it seems to work quite well. If, for example, you were wanting to put the here, what you could do is before you take the cover off the back, what some people do is they line it all up nice and neatly with the plastic cover on the back, so the same way as when it comes out of the packaging, and they use a little bit of sticky tape. So they get it lined up perfectly, and then they use a bit of sticky tape going across the top here, or the side, or the bottom, wherever you feel comfortable, and then when you lift it up then, you can take off the sticky thing and you can basically just drop it into place, and then when it's in place you take the sticky tape off, and then it's all going to be lined up. But I didn't have a problem lining it up, I just had a problem with the dust. So yeah, I hope you found that video useful. Please give it a thumbs up if you liked it, and please subscribe for more how-to videos. Take care, bye now.